every day you have an opportunity to meditate. This is my meditation. Ramana Maharshi chose to walk the hills every day to contemplate and self-observe. Self-observe as a part of nature. This is my walking of my hill, you see. It is the most revelationary time to openly discuss with yourself in a device. Not your mind talking to another mind. See? When a mind talks to another mind, it talks about, isn't it a beautiful day? Do you have to confirm? Do you have to confirm in your mind when you, or in your own space, what is around you? Do you have to confirm, or do you just not mellow or merge into that place of being? So self-observation is taking place. Self-observation is taking place right now, you see. I'm talking to myself in a device. Whether it's uploaded to a social media platform or not is irrelevant to myself. That's the ego. The ego wants to upload it, you see, to let the world know I'm okay, or I'm a teacher, or I have some information for you, or I want to entertain you. So there's a second person involved when it's uploaded, but it's not intentional from the speaker, because the speaker is not talking to you unless you're watching, you see. The speaker is talking to myself until the watcher is invited into the discussion. Why do I talk to myself, you see? Why is this a form of meditation? Because it's the practice of not participating in the world of stories. I don't have to tell myself about a story that has arisen in my head about the past or about what is taking place. I am in the midst of that what is taking place. I am the very core of that what is taking place. And this is a confirmation to myself. I see myself in the device. You, if you're watching, if it's uploaded, see as a man, as if he's talking to you. So that's why it's irrelevant whether there's a response, a comment, a like, a question, because it appears to be very open. But you could say, if it was the ego talking, this is very personal to me. But the idea of sitting here is to remove the personality of me. To continue to observe, as Osho said, enlightenment is when something peaks and you expect everything, the non-dual you, to fall into place, and your life will just be plain sailing. But there was an observation on the way up to the peak. It could have been an ego observation, it could have been a seeking observation, a religious observation, a spiritual observation, until something says, no more observing. Because it's the mind that peaks, and the mind, it grounds itself, it falls. This body is following the same cycle as every living thing. The body at its age of, I don't know, 30, 35, 40, peaks. And then slowly, the mind follows the same path. It reaches a point of super intelligence to what it has been conditioned to, and to what it has been educated to, and to what it has been programmed into, and to what it thinks it needs to attain. I want to peak. So there are different versions of peakness. My version of peakness is I don't want a super intelligence. So it peaks before it's supposed to peak. You see? Because the brain will say, okay, I really don't want to follow this super intelligence either, you know. It's really causing so much migraines and thought process and suffering and effort and lack of sleep and, you know, needs and desires and paths and methods and practices and, you know, procedures and guidelines and rules and regulations. I don't want to, yeah, let's peak now, you see. But that's, the peak is the revelation. The peak is that moment of joy for the brain, for the body, and for Christ. For myself, Christ doesn't want super intelligence. It's saying, no, you're going the wrong way. Be, you know, who protected Christ? The three wise men. Not the three super intelligent men. Not the three security guards, the three, you know, bodyguards, the protectors, them that who's coming near my man, you see, the wise men. The wise men didn't protect, the wise men followed. See? So I follow my meditation. If it gets uploaded, you'll take it personal. When I say you, I'm looking at myself saying you. Yeah, you the guy with that's pointing. You the guy with this brown sweater. We're talking to you. But because you feel as if you're part of this process, which we all are, you say, he's talking to me. So it's a self-inquiry, a self-observation, because the mind is still coming down from the peak. And when the mind crashes down, the body will crash out, and all will be as it was before, as it was in the peak, and as it is in the after, you see. So don't take this as a teacher teaching you. Always self-confirmation, self-observing. You see, my meditation today is, why don't I get upset? Why don't I react? Why don't I respond to what you would call bad words? Someone actually called me crazy. I didn't know what they meant. Because each word is just a different symbolic spelling, a different sound. But this manic mind wants to give a word meaning. It means you're crazy. What does it mean? It means you're not doing something that is in line with what we expect from you. You can give me as much meanings as you want. I still don't get it. It does not touch. It cannot blemish that what is receiving this world, whether with intent or with no intent. The wind sometimes makes a sound. You know what? I'm really not talking to myself with this one because I know already about what's taking place, but I received a hearing aid. And wow, the whole world, everything made sounds. You know? I could even hear my neighbour's car starting in the morning. I thought, wow, when did he get a car? He's had a car for 25 years. Never heard it. So when you hear the wind, you can give it a name. You can give that a name. Let's call it. So it'll be F, U, O, E, L. Hool. W-H-O-L. Hole. You can give it any name you want. Try and think about the syllables towards the sound. And then you start saying to people, can you hear the whew? Now what is it? It's the wind. Listen. Oh yes. Let's put it in the dictionary. Children, what does this mean? It means a sound from the wind. Whew. And it's born. And it's stored. And it's in your mind. And then other minds can take the word and use it in a negative pretext, context. Yeah? I gave you this wonderful gift. And you replied with whew, like you don't care. You see, now the wind, the sound of the wind and the word means to some people, you don't care. Yeah. And we have these little statements that occur from receiving a hearing aid. So the meditation is just self-observation. Please don't take anything personal. If I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not, I'm not. But every day I meditate. Sometimes I walk the hill, like Ramana. I put on some clothes because it's pretty cold in Scotland. I don't wear a loincloth. I don't think the local people would be very impressed, But that's a form of caring. You see, impressed. Another word. I'm impressed. What does that mean? Well, you've done good. What does good mean? I just dug the hole. Yeah, but you did it in the appropriate time. You did it using safe techniques. You did it and you risk assessed it. You did it and it's the right size of hole. You put the earth in the right place. I dug the friggin' hole. You see, you're not detached from the words and nature and human and ego and world, but there's something that really makes it so frivolous, so okayness. I'm contented with digging a hole. I don't need meaning. I'm contented to listen to the wind. If you want to call it wind, let's call it wind. Yeah? Yes, but what kind of wind was it today? It was a whew, a ho, a ho, a whee. Different language of wind, different language of sounds. My meditation is just to be here and talk openly. You don't have to give it meaning. You don't have to give it entertaining value. That will appear. Just the idea of a body talking to the body. The same body talking to the same body. Not the same head talking to the same head. What shall I say next? What have you not spoke about? Did you follow the path? Did you follow the guidelines? Did you follow the... What is it they call it? When you organize a speech and you put it into little sections. Did you follow the same I don't know. Just words. Everything just comes and goes. It's a meditation. If you want to meditate in the old style meditation way, and you're a true meditator, you'll realize that something is missing, something is good, something is buoyant, something is, oh, and then something, took place, and then something, the phone rang, someone knocked on the door, you know. So you answer the door, you write your postman's name or whatever it is you do, and you say, okay, back to the meditation. There's no plan, no structured, no auto cues, see. And of course, the reason most don't upload their self-inquiry, their self-observation, their self-analysis, or their self-beingness, is because it's boring to you. It's really boring. It doesn't cause any effect. He's not talking to me. Why is he not talking to me? You see, your mind can choose whether you want this speaker to talk to you or whether you just want to sit back and listen to the speaker talking to itself. That is the purpose and joy of the mind. You see, so there's no apology for saying nothing that's interesting to you or to me. The idea is to remove the interest. Yeah? I don't have to say, oh wow, it's a beautiful day here. Why? What does it mean to you? You cannot experience it without being in this geographical place. But the place of meditation is not to offer ideas and concepts and actualities of what is happening in the surrounding geographical place. The idea is just to be in the place of this place of being and see what arises. So why would you turn on comments? What are you trying to attract? What is it that you want to gain? What is it that you want to affect in others? Nothing. It's removing the effect of you to yourself. It's to observe and say, in this day, in this time, in this place, in this moment, everything is as it is. Everything is not flowing in a particular direction. It's not resorting to past. It's not resorting to future. It's not dependent on the mind remembering. It's not thinking. Did I say this? Did I say that? Did I say, should I have said that? Should I say this next? It's just a meditation of self-observing. So you can decline, you can deny Osho and all these great saints that talk about self-observation post-enlightenment. Why would I have to? I was non-dual. You know, I'm non-dual. Well, no. We live in a world of man-made duality, and we have to remember that not everyone outside in the world is experiencing non-duality. So you're going to look a real freak to promote something that people don't understand. And the coming down from the peak is always to allow people to be themselves. So you're looking at yourself and say, are you being yourself, Mr. Speaker? Are you being honest? Are you being genuine? Because if you are, you're being honest and genuine to everyone that is in the same band of consciousness, if you want to call it that. Whether we're human consciousness, thinking about the story and the exaggerated life and the teaching and the methods and the practices and the religion and the spirituality and the relationships and the attachments and the associations, whether we're that ego human consciousness, we're in that same band. And when you're not in the being consciousness, in this meditation, you're only in your own band. You see? Non-duality cannot be shared or taught or promoted to say, are you getting it? Of course you're not getting it, because it's your own non-duality. Non-duality is your own wholeness. It appears as if the whole nature, whole world is part of you, but the minute you walk up to someone and say, we're one, something in the mind says, what the hell are you talking about? And it's not your mind, it's the other one's mind saying, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm me and you're you. So you don't walk around, I am an enlightened sage. I'm non-dual. We're all non-dual. Because you'll get crucified. I don't mean that in the Christ context. Crucified meaning they'll shoot you down, they'll slander you, they'll put you in a mental hospital, they'll do everything they can, and they're rightfully to do that. You're only promoting non-duality to yourself. So it's best not to teach for myself. So remember that. This is the speaker. I'm talking to you. Yeah? Meditation over. Back to work.